My name is Alana Benton from Binghamton University, and I will be defending the belief that there is an overriding ethical obligation to protect and preserve extraterrestrial microbial life and ecosystems should be incorporated into international law, because without it, we risk space militarization, separation of nations, and a loss of money. In relation to my first harm, without laws to regulate space, different nations will try to use it as a military strategy similar to what we see with drone strikes. As explored in Andrew Collins' Drone Wars Armed Unarmed Aerial Vehicles, drone strikes are an extreme force that could kill hundreds of innocent people in the attempt to only harm one. People will begin trying to take control of space, to use it to spy, and to use it to assist in fighting wars. With a race to gain control of space and have the best opportunity to utilize it, brings me to my second harm: separation of nations. Nations would begin to fight over possession of it. Ideally, we want to bring the nations together, not further divide them. It would quickly become a competition between the nations, and not only would it bring about a competitive atmosphere, but it would bring about a feeling of mistrust, building tensions between the nations. If one had a technological advance in the militarization of space, they would become a target. And in regards to my last harm, with a competitive edge and the desire to not only militarize space, but be the best at it, we risk the loss of money while exploring different spatial technologies. During the Cold War, for example, the Soviet Union and the United States of America spent large amounts of their GDP on military technologies. It is important that we regulate what happens in space to not only protect and preserve, but to ensure that space doesn't get destroyed due to a lack of laws. Incorporating it into international law would make sure that things such as spatial militarization and a GDP deficit would not occur.